Hey guys, check out this quick experiment I did to increase my social media reach. Have a look at the results. So I did this maybe a week or so ago, and there you can see in the lead up to this experiment there was practically nothing happening on this page. I've got multiple pages, I run multiple tests. This is one page that I've been running a recent experiment on, and there you can see tremendous organic growth there. So how did I do this? Well, I'm going to show you. So today, you will learn the best way to profit on social media, because it's okay increasing our reach and our engagement and all that good stuff, but unless it results in profit, then we're really just wasting our time. I'm going to show you how to play the algorithms. We have to understand how the algorithms work and the steps that we can take to manipulate those algorithms. I'm going to show you the exact social media posting schedule that I use. I'm going to give you the best one to start with. I'm going to show you the tools I personally use to automate my posting. I don't do it manually anymore. It's all automatic, which is great. Such a time saver, because we can contribute content to multiple social media networks all at the same time. So we can just queue it up and then let it go. I'll show you how to do that. I'm going to show you real life examples of people who are crushing it on social media, and I've worked with one of them. I'll show you that in a minute, and I'm going to explain how to quickly boost your reach and engagement on social media without relying on the algorithms. I'll tell you how to do that. We're also going to look very quickly at hashtags. I'm going to give you some pretty good sources to find the best performing hashtags for your content. And if you stay until the end, I'm going to give you extra traffic strategies so you can drive organic traffic to your website for free. So grab a pen and paper, because there's a lot to get through today. So how to profit from social media. We need three things. We need to be aware of three things. So research, we need to do that. We need to have an authentic voice, and we need to plan some nurturing. I'm going to go through these in a lot more detail now. So research. This is all about knowing who your audience is. You have to know who you're speaking to. You have to know who they are and what they buy. Thankfully, Facebook Audience Insights has got a whole heap of tools and resources that will help us uncover this kind of information. So we need to know the demographics, what they buy. We also need to know their psychographics, why they buy it, the values, the interests. We also need to be using an authentic voice to start a conversation. This is such an important thing to have, because we want to avoid sounding like a business or sounding like a corporate machine and all that. We want to be human about it. We need to find the common ground, common problems that you and your audience share, the fears, hopes, aspirations. It's even better if you have overcome these problems and fears, and you have achieved what they hope, and you have become what they aspire to become too. Then we need nurturing, so we need to build trust and create almost a friendship. I've put friendship in quotes because you're running a business. The most important thing in your business is your profit. Friendship comes second to that, but with that in mind, the people that you connect with on social media, the people who will come into your ecosystem, these will naturally be the people that you would become friends with anyway. So you have these shared goals, you have this common ground. So we nurture that, and to do that, we tell stories, we share insights, we educate them, we entertain them, we give them inspiration. It takes time to do this. It's just like any relationship. So you don't meet someone for the first time and immediately become best friends. Of course not. That takes a long time to get to. So thankfully, with the internet, social media, email marketing, we can shorten the process so people can become aligned to us, loyal to us faster. But it still does take a lot of work to get to that point. So you have to give them stories, educate them, inspire them. And then you balance the information and the entertainment that you're giving them with the sales messages. So while profit is number one, we can't just barge in there and say, buy my stuff. It doesn't work like that. We have to educate them, entertain them, and inspire them first before we bring them to the point of asking them to buy from us. So a good ratio to have, in my experience, is about 95% content and then 5% sales message. Notice what's happening here. The sales message is really small. We don't need it to be huge. We don't need to, crack them over the head with the sales message. All we need to do is get their attention, deliver value, and then say, if you want more of this, this is how you get it. People aren't stupid. They don't need to be, beaten down with these sales messages, but they do need lifting up. They do need help, and they do need their problem solving. So focus on that. Focus on the value you deliver. I was on one of those internet forums the other day, and someone was saying that they're going to give up. They've been at this, I think it was for 5 years, and they're on the verge of giving up. So my question to them was, over the last 7 days, how much value have you given to your audience? How much have you tried to help improve someone's life just a little bit over the last 7 days? Okay, how about last month, last 6 months, last year, those 5 years that you've been chipping away at this? So think about that. Think about the amount of value you deliver before you ask for something in exchange or in return. So if you do want to boost your engagement fast, there's only one thing you can really do, and that is buy advertising. That's just the way it is. But if you don't want to do that, if you don't want to invest in advertising, then the only other way of increasing your reach and your engagement is to play the algorithms. So for that reason, I'm going to show you how to play the algorithms now. So we're going to start with Facebook. It starts with what's available to the followers, to your followers. So Facebook looks at all the content that could be shown to your followers, and then it uses signals to look at the age of the content, who posted it, and it even looks at your circumstances. So as you're going through Facebook on your phone, guess what it's doing? It's looking at your internet connection, the strength of your internet connection. It's even looking at your phone itself to determine what type of content to show. It also uses predictions. So it looks at your previous actions and engagements, or your followers' previous actions and their engagements. And then it assigns a relevancy score to all the content that can be shown to you. And this score, it structures the content on the timeline or the newsfeed according to this relevancy score. So that's how it determines what to show to us and to our followers. So you need to create content that provokes a reaction. It's such an important thing to do. So to do this, you have to avoid baiting. So no comment baiting, no click baiting, no share baiting. So for example, one thing I see in a lot of groups and people doing on the profiles is saying type info to know more. This is such a bad thing to do. So because what that will do is, Facebook's pretty smart. It will see that you're trying to comment bait in order to manipulate the ranking. So if you do this enough, if you engage in this comment baiting enough, Facebook will eventually start demoting your content and your reach. So you want to avoid doing that. It also looks at the pages that you link to. If you're promoting your blog posts or squeeze pages, you want to link to external pages that load fast. This is important too. And Facebook Live, those live videos, they get the highest engagement levels of all type of media on Facebook. So that's how you play the Facebook algorithm. Let's move on to Twitter. So Twitter ranks tweets on your timeline according to the recency of the tweet. It likes fresh content, the media type. So if you have video, images, it's probably going to perform better than just straight text. And it also looks at the overall engagement of that tweet. So if people are interacting and engaging with that tweet, it's going to boost it up. It looks at the author of the tweet and the strength of your connection to them. So do you follow them? Well, it only shows people that you follow, right? But do you engage with them? Have you got a strong relationship or connection with that person? If you do, it's going to bump you up further. It also looks at the tweets you've engaged with in the past. Does it fall in line with what you have historically done on Twitter? So is it likely to appeal to you? So to manipulate the tweets on your timeline, repost your best performing tweets. It's fine to repost and repurpose content. It's kind of expected, and listen, not everyone's gonna see the content that you post anyway, so just get your best stuff, post it again and again and again. And listen, you can even repost the same tweet twice or more a day, as long as you mix it up a little bit as well, but that's perfectly acceptable on Twitter. Okay, next, let's go to Instagram. So Instagram ranks images on your feed by looking at the interest. So it looks at the posts that it thinks you will like that are available on your feed, then it ranks the ones that it thinks you're going to like higher. It looks at what it calls timeliness, so it ranks the recent posts higher, so it's got a freshness there. It looks at the relationship that you have with your followers, the people who you follow. So it looks at the previous interactions that you've had with them and uses that to determine where it places the image on your feed. It looks at the frequency, so how often you visit Instagram. So it's going to try and give you the best content first. It also looks at the following. So it shows images from a wide range of accounts. So if you follow dozens and dozens and dozens of people, what it's going to try and do is get content and images from a wide range of those people. Instead of just showing you content exclusively from a small group, it's going to try and get you a good mix. It also looks at the usage. So the further down you scroll on the feed, the relevancy is going to decrease. So it's going to show you the most relevant stuff first. So that's Instagram. To really play the algorithm, take advantage of hashtags. These are really important on Instagram. I'll show you how to use hashtags and get the best ones for your content. So, to use hashtags, we have to make them relevant to the content you're promoting. And listen, think of each piece of content that you're promoting on social media as like a little advert. It's a really laser-focused advert designed for a very specific person. That's why you have to know who you're speaking to. Demographics, psychographics, right? So you know who you're speaking to. So you make the content relevant, you use relevant hashtags. So you're only appealing to the people who you know are going to be interested in your content, and not because you think the hashtag is popular, so therefore it's going to have a wider reach and more people will look at your content. Don't do that strategy. That does not work. You want to make it relevant. Relevancy is king. So to generate hashtags, there's a couple of websites. Let me show you them. So the first one is called all-hashtag.com. Let's go check that out. I really like this one. This is one of my favorites. all-hashtag.com. I'm not affiliated anyway. So here we would type in a key phrase. So let's say content marketing. And we can choose top random live. Let's go for top. So we get the most popular hashtags. Click generate. And what it's going to do is give you a list of the best performing hashtags for that topic. and then you copy them to your clipboard, and then you can paste them into your content. So there's that one. The other one I've got for you is called seekmetrics.com. Let me show you that. So seekmetrics.com. So let's type in content marketing. Let's see what it generates for that. Here it's going to give you some of the best performing hashtags for your key phrase there. So there's a couple of good sites to use. Now remember, I promised to show you some real life examples. Well, let's go examine how other people are doing it, and these people are crushing it on social media. You may have heard of some of them you might not have. We're going to look at 3 people. So the first one, because I've worked with him, we're going to go have a look at what David Icke is doing on Facebook and Twitter. Let's go check that out now. So this is what David Icke is doing on Twitter. He's got 41,000 tweets. If we go down here, we can see that he's very active. He's posting his memes with a link there to a link on his website. And you can see that the frequency is pretty high. It's like maybe once an hour. And I think his schedule is maybe from 10 in the morning till around maybe 8 at night, 10 at night. I think there's 10 or 12 hours worth of activity going on his social media. So there you can see that his followers, he's got 200,000 followers on Twitter. He's very active. Let's go to Facebook. So here on Facebook, he's got over 700,000 followers on Facebook. And again, if we have a look, you see the activity 27 minutes ago, go down an hour ago, 2 hours ago, that you could see the engagement level is really high. So I'd encourage you to have a look at what David is doing. We've also got Megan Gilmore on Instagram. Let me show you that. Here we go. Hopefully you can see that. So she runs Detox Insta, and she's got, where are we at? So over 100,000 followers there. If we have a look at what she's doing, massive engagement there. And I've got some notifications there. All right. Okay. So 12,000 plays on that video, 8,000, 19,000 plays on that. So have a look at her frequency, how she's doing it. That's Detox Insta. She's doing amazingly well. And then we're going to have a look at Dr. Mike. We're going to examine his Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. So here is Dr. Mike on Twitter. There you can see over 100,000 followers. We'll check out the frequency. So there he is posting maybe once a day, twice a day. Doing really well from that. Let's have a look on Instagram. 3 million followers. And 200,000 likes. 200,000 likes on that one. 400,000 likes on that video. Let's go check out the Facebook page. So there he's got 800,000 followers on that page. His posting frequency is kind of interesting because here you can see he's not going crazy, but the quality is really high. So quality over quantity. So I would recommend you check out both or all 3 of those people, see how they're doing it, see what lessons you can learn from what they're doing. So we've got different approaches here, but you'll notice that the quality is always high. So here are the social media marketing tools that I personally use. I've used all of these. The one that I'm using at the moment today that I'm going to show you in a second is Buffer. but we've got multiple options. So we can create a posting schedule with Buffer that starts at around $15 a month. I'm not affiliated with any of these that I recommend. It is because I've personally used them, benefited from them, and I think you will too. So Buffer starts at $15. There's a free version. It's very limited. If you can stretch to the $15, do it, because it's so much better than the free version. Hootsuite, that is so powerful. I use both of these every day. But if you can stretch to $45 for that paid version of Hootsuite, I would encourage you to do it. It's really good. It's more than just a schedule software. We've also got Tailwind. That starts at $10 a month. Tailwind is probably the one I use least. There's I think there's a free trial available for that. So you want to be posting at least 3 times a day to begin with. So test it out, test the frequency. Because not everyone is going to see your content, right? Most people won't even know it exists. So let me show you something. What I'm going to do is drag in my Buffer schedule. So here you can see all my Instagram posts over the course of a week. And it looks pretty random, and I've done that on purpose because I am testing different times. So here, you will really want to test things too. So kind of do it a little bit random, see which ones are getting good reaction at what times, notice the type of content that is performing well. And the great thing with Buffer is you can rebuffer it. So if this is doing well, you can spread it across other days and weeks and months. I've actually used another good tool for that, which is called Social Pilot. So that allows you to do, I think it's like 100 posts in advance from previous posts. So if you want to repeat things, you can just go ahead and do that really easily. It's Social Pilot. I can't remember how much that costs, but it's pretty good. So with all that in mind, remember at the beginning I promised I'd give you more traffic strategies. Well, you can get them for free when you go to profitcopilot.com/traffic. I'm going to show you how to get organic traffic for free. And if you found this useful, give it a thumbs up below, subscribe to the channel too, hit that little notification bell, and you will not miss an update from me. So I'll hopefully see you again in a couple of days' time. Take care.